Hi guys, it's me, Vicky Marie. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you about another incident very close to where John George was supposedly shot, murdered, in the Orihuela Costa in Spain. And it seems like there's a total crime explosion at the moment in this area. And I mean, these are not small crimes that are happening. This is murder. There is a lot of petty crime in that area, a lot of robberies, a lot of muggings, etc. But these crimes, murder with guns. We've got another case very similar now to the John George case. And this is a young Irish boy, only 21 years old, I think, was shot dead. Sorry, not shot dead, has been shot in the head. He's in intensive care in Torrevieja Hospital. I presume he's in Torrevieja Hospital, unless he's been taken to a hospital maybe a bit further away, but more specialised. But basically, there's two people have been arrested, so there have been two arrests made. But two arrests for shooting in the head a young man of 21 years old. 21. So I'm presuming there's some sort of drugs connection here. But the other thing is where he was shot, at the shopping centre or nearby to the shopping centre in Orihuela Costa, Zenia Boulevard, it's called. I've been there many times. Just incredible to think that that is happening. A shopping centre where, families go to shop. And not far away from there, this is where this incident happened. So the Guardia Civil has found a bag with a revolver, ammunition, and the mobile of the victim, who is currently in intensive care in a critical condition. Well, you would be if you'd been shot in the head. It's a miracle he's alive, really, isn't it? So let's just have a look at this video. I think this is a video from the Guardia Civil. Every now and again they release little videos, don't they? So basically that's, murder, Alicante, May 2025, Guardia Civil. So this actually happened a couple of weeks ago. Oh. So this is where they found the bag, obviously. And in the bag is a gun. This... are they all... You just think, God, the Guardia Civil must be thinking, we're always having to go and investigate these crimes of foreigners. What's happened here? Where are all these guns coming from? And to shoot a young boy of 21 years old. I mean, I don't know what he's done. He's obviously got involved in something. But how awful. I take it this is the gun that they found. These are the people being arrested. Let's watch one more time. Goodness me, that is so terrifying. So terrifying to see that gun there like that. So I don't know what the reason was. If do they even need a reason? I don't know. I don't know if it was drugs connected or whether it was, an argument, just an argument. But anyway, so the Guardia Civil has detained two men as the presumed sort of perpetrators of a shooting in which a young Irishman resulted being seriously injured, having had a shot to the head in Orihuela Costa. So this happened the night of 13th of May near, they call it a Zona de Ocio. Zona de Ocio is like, how could I explain that in it? It's like an entertainment area. So Zona de Ocio could have, I wonder if it's the one actually in the boulevard, where there's things that you can go bowling or you can go and do stuff, cinema, etc. There isn't a cinema at Zenia Boulevard, but yeah, in that locality. And the victim of 21 years old was found gravely injured. They just left him there, did they, for dead? So the investigators are, taking statements, analysing evidence, and looking into the environment of the young person who is still in a critical state in intensive care in hospital. And the agents found, so they found it on wasteland, a bag with a revolver, ammunition, and the victim's mobile phone. And this, from this, they have arrested two suspects, 27 and 45 years old. I mean, that's a funny contrast, isn't it? So one in Orihuela Costa and the other in Pilar de la Horadada for a presumed crime of murder or attempted murder. So the agents also made a search of the house of one of them. And now the investigation has been taken to the Policía Judicial, the Guardia Civil of Alicante, and it will be dealt with. Do you remember I went to Pilar de Horadada, to the police station there, because that is the police station, even though it's not really near Orihuela Costa. It is the main police station that deals with Orihuela Costa. So this is being dealt with by them, the Guardia Civil of Pilar de Horadada, along with the criminal laboratory. And the judge or the Court of Instruction number 2 of Orihuela has decreed that the men should be held in prison and without bail. For one of the men should be held in prison without bail because they're considered the actual shooter, but the second one has been released on bail, but is not allowed to leave the country. So it's very similar to the John George case, isn't it? One person's been kept in prison and not given bail, and one has been given bail. So what's going on in the Orihuela Costa? What is going on? There's, if it's not muggings, robberies, now it's murders. The Orihuela Costa, I'm going to do a full video about it. It's just gone completely downhill. And if for people who live in the Orihuela Costa, they're complaining about the roads. So it goes from sort of those kind of things, like the roads are full of potholes, not being looked after. The police aren't policing properly, according to the residents. There's robbery after robbery. There's mugging after mugging and murder after murder, it seems. So this is literally where this young man has been found is literally, 10 minutes from where John George was in that flat that day. And we don't know exactly whether he was shot in that flat. in the Orihuela Costa, or if he was taken to the lemon groves and shot. We don't know the exact circumstances yet, do we, of the death? But yeah, he's another young man, and a very young man, 21 years old. Anyway, I hope he survives, but who knows what the story is behind it. You can bet that there's probably drugs behind it of some kind or another. But you're looking at a 45-year-old man being arrested, but the other person who's arrested is a similar age, young again. So what is going on? It's like the Wild West out there. Guns, oh my God, terrifying. And a lot of the people that live there in Orihuela Costa, they're pensioners, and they're all different nationalities, not just Brits, not just Irish people. There's Belgians, Scandinavians, French, you name it, Icelandic. They're every single nationality, Americans. It's a very popular place to live. The houses are expensive because they're not far from the beach. But all this is going on around them. And that shopping centre, Zenia Boulevard, that's the main shopping centre in the area. And I'm going to do a video from there one day when I'm up that way. So, anyway, take care. I'll see you really soon in the next video.